All right. Welcome back to the Malapert Smart Podcast. I got Vlad, the wrestling expert, with me today, the mainstay on this show. He's been on every episode. I don't know what episode we're on now. We're on episode 139, actually. I forgot to write that down, but hold on.
Yes.
You know what, Vlad? Let me put that on the title, because for some reason, that's not on the title, but that's important. This week in AEW and W. Usually I have the episode number, so fill that in. 139. Yeah, there you go. That's something to be proud of. Me and you, 139 episodes. What do you think of that?
That's unbelievable. We've done this 139 times.
Yeah, me and you. Robert, the Frozen Asian, has been with us for a large amount of those.
Many of them.
But he's not here today. He couldn't make it. He informed me earlier in the week. So it's just you and me, Vlad, like the old days, like the very first episode, the original lineup of the Malapert Smart Podcast. So
that's
all right. Well, I also didn't play the opening bumper. You know what? Let's do that now. The opening theme song.
Yeah, I was about to ask about that. But okay, let's do it.
All right. Hold on. Let me pull that up. Sorry. I'm not a good host today because my dog is running around like a freaking psychotic psycho case right now.
Oh, God.
There we go. The Malapert Smart theme song.
Turn on the lights, feel the beat. Person cares can be beat. Join the crew, take your seat. Welcome to the Wrestle Heat. Malapert Smart, time to fly. Stories will catch your eye. Talking champs till we die. The smoke's always high.
Good enough. The Laura is so psychotic. I think it's because I don't have my lights on like I usually do. I'm just recording it in the dark because I don't really care to turn on the lights right now. So she doesn't really know that I'm having a production. So she's just fucking going psycho next to me. But anyways, this is the week in WWE.
Like she would care if you were having a production.
Yeah, I know, man. Yeah, that we're covering the week in WWE and AEW. For our fans, our legion of fans. By the way, I considered taking a week off this week, Vlad. It kind of seemed like we needed a break. We've been going at this every week for I don't even know how long now, more than a year.
Yeah. Definitely, man. If you wanted to, I would have gone with you, man. But if you wanted to do the show, I'm here, man. Whatever you want.
Thanks, man. You're the best. You're my best friend. But also, it's near the end of the year, and I have to prepare. Best ofs of the year, or
that's true.
Awards,
That's true.
Best matches, best angle, best program. I don't know. We're gonna do something like that. So I thought maybe I would take a week off. But you know what? This show is like our therapy, also. So as much as I am nervous to like do it every week and get prepared for it, once I press record and press, start recording, it's just fun. So no pressure. It doesn't really matter. It's not a hard thing talking about wrestling for us. It's pretty easy. So, Well, all right. We're here to do a week of wrestling. Sunday night, as we're recording this, on the 15th of December, 2024. So almost the end of 2024, and this is December 9th through December 15th. So 7 whole days. 6 days really, because there wasn't any wrestling today. Which I'm kind of glad that they've moved these pay-per-views to Saturday. Instead of Sunday, because it sure gives me some time to prepare and do a week in review show on Sunday. Because when they have the show on Sunday and I have to record on Sunday, because Sundays now is the perfect day to do a week in review show for wrestling. Yeah. So, all right. So let's get started. What do we got? We got December 9th. Well, I was going to make a note that for this show, we're not going to do much from Raw or SmackDown because there was another big show on Saturday, the Saturday night's main event show. So we did cover Raw and SmackDown for our podcast channel, though, our YouTube channel. So we've already reviewed it. It's in the review posts. So if you go to our posts tab or our community tab, I don't know what it's called. Sometimes it's called one or the other. And you'll see all of our posts, and there'll be links to it also in the description of this video. So here's our Raw review post. The link is in the description below of this video, but we can just at least give a couple things from this just to give the people an idea of what we do on our reviews if you guys want to check this out. So this is the totals for every storyline. So you gave a review, Vlad. Your review is over here for Monday Night Raw from this past Monday the 9th. And you gave it a total score of 3.5. So a lot of thumbs ups, just one thumbs down, and a couple indifference. But that's a pretty good score. You know, not the highest score we've had on our shows. I gave mine an 8.0.
Yeah,
so
pretty high.
Better than yours. But yeah, so we didn't really get... I mean, I feel like it's a skippable show in terms of us reviewing it. There was a couple things, like Drew McIntyre gave his reasonings for attacking Jey Uso and, like, you know, stating that he's on the trail to feud with the Bloodline again, or the original Bloodline, Roman's Bloodline, right? And then our SmackDown review is also on posted on the links below. And for that one, you gave, let me see, what did you give? This one you gave a 3.0, and Robert gave it a 5.0. So pretty good score also. That one had that Roman Reigns promo that Roman said he's challenging Solo to the January 6th show, right? For the Tribal Chief, basically. That's a big match.
Basically. Yes.
All right. Well, but other than that, there was the Saturday night's main event show, and that's basically what we're going to focus on today's show. So I have a review of that one as well. The post, if you guys want to go through the pictures, like we're going to go through here, but I'm going to go through every angle and every match, every storyline, and that's the one where we're going to do an in-depth review today. So that was yesterday now, last night. So this is Sunday night that we're recording, and this was Saturday night's main event. An old show, right, that they're reviving. They've done it every so often. I think I remember them doing it a few years ago as a one-off. I don't know if they're going to do this consistently. I'm not sure.
I think they are.
I'm not sure if I'll be happy about that because it was a lot of work. It's a lot of extra work. But today we got the location, Long Island, New York, the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum. 14,669, a sellout according to Ringside News. And we don't have the TV ratings yet. Maybe tomorrow we'll get that. So let's see our totals for this one before we go through it in detail. I got a 3.0. Vlad's got a 2.5. No thumbs down and no indifference from you. So all thumbs ups. So we'll go through that and see how it goes. I gave 2 indifference. And then our other friend, Robert, he hasn't submitted his yet. So his is pending. But all right, let's get started, Vlad. Let's see how this goes. This is the first time I'm using my review posts as, in the show today. But we're starting at angle number 1, or storyline number 1. It's Drew McIntyre defeats Sami Zayn. So that's the first match of the night that they had. And this involves the feud. The whole program involves the Drew McIntyre feud with Roman Reigns. So this is a long-standing program from many, many years. Let's go through the match. So Drew McIntyre defeats Sami Zayn. But let's see some pictures before I get some comments from you, Vlad, and your ratings. So here's Drew McIntyre coming in. Got a picture from his ring walk entrance for anyone on YouTube. You could see this, and anyone on the podcast platforms. I'll try to describe it as best as I can. Here's Sami Zayn coming through that, narrow walkway, huh? Where the people could literally, like, reach over and touch them. I don't know what you thought of that, Vlad.
I don't know if is that the way they used to do it before? It was like supposed to be an old school feud because I know that was the theme of the thing.
Yeah. I remember it being that way, but I think some wrestlers seem uncomfortable with it. Like later on, Liv Morgan, I think, didn't want people touching her and shit. You know, these are rich people. They don't want us poor people touching them.
Well, I don't blame specifically the women wrestlers not wanting to be touched by and oogled by these male fans. I could understand that. But yeah, go ahead.
All right, let's move along. So I just got a picture here of just a random image during the match. It was a good match. I'm not going to go through it all in detail. I'm sure you could go back and watch it on Peacock probably. Peacock is pretty free. It's pretty cheap. I don't think it's free, but it's cheap enough that I don't need to spend the time to really summarize it. You could just go watch it over there. We saw it. So Drew McIntyre, though, with the win. A Claymore kick and a pinfall, and he won the match and beat Sami. And here's him getting his hand raised by the ref, and here's Sami Zayn a little bit fucked up afterwards and holding his face. So pretty clean match, no interference or anything. So let's hear what the reviews say from our Malapert Mark panelists. Like we said, we haven't gotten any reviews from Robert yet. We're waiting on his submission. But we got Vlad and we got mine. So I gave it a thumbs up. Vlad, the wrestling expert, a half thumbs up on our Malapert Smart rating system. Actually, let's pull up the rating system for anybody who hasn't seen it before. Thumbs up is liked it, and a half thumbs up from Vlad is he kind of liked it. He gave it an Orange Cassidy unenthusiastic thumbs up, so I guess you didn't really super enjoy it, but we'll get some clarifications from you. What do you think, Vlad? Do you have anything you want to say about this? Why only a half thumbs up? Not a solid enough match for you, or what?
No, I mean, I think the work was fine, but there was kind of an issue with the way this whole thing was put together. I think with this was like supposed to be a pay-per-view event, kind of, but on television, because it was on Peacock, but it was also on like NBC. So I recorded it on NBC, so it had like commercials and stuff like that, which is fine. But I don't know, just kind of the flow of the thing just didn't flow well for me. Like the match itself, the work wasn't embarrassing, but it just didn't seem to have like that good natural flow of like what you would have if you were watching an uninterrupted PLE instead of like them having to constantly interrupt it for commercials. And I think the timing was kind of like they were shorter matches than they should have been in some cases. It felt like. So this was one of them. Actually, I think almost all of them had that issue. I mean, nothing wrong with the work, but I don't think they did anything special here to warrant anything more than half a star. Or half a star. Who am I, David?
Yeah, we don't do stars here. We do it by thumbs ups. 1 thumbs up, 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, half a thumbs up is what I meant.
All right, cool. Give me 1 second. I'm noticing that my name is blocking my face. Let me.
Oh no, that's not good.
Yeah, people need to see this beautiful face. But all right, let's move along then. So that was the first match. There was only 5 matches on this show, so we might get through this rather quickly, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's see what the next one is. So the next one I got my title for this storyline is Rhea Ripley confronts Liv Morgan immediately after Liv defeats Iyo Sky. So Liv had a WWE World Women's Titles match against Iyo Sky to defend it. So that's the 2 programs involved in this. So there's 2 feuds for Liv. So Liv's feuding with Iyo here, and then it also involves the Rhea Ripley feud. So I've categorized it like that. So let's see. I got 3 segments here. The video package I'm not going to go over, but the match. All right, so let's go through the match. Let's see what we got. We got Iyo Sky coming in, all right, with her 2 girls, but they didn't come to the ring with her. They just kind of accompanied her, on the entrance ramp and then went back just to show support. But, I don't see why they wouldn't have been there, but okay. They wanted to fight fair and square. But even Liv didn't come down with Dom and Raquel, so that was weird. She's a heel, but she came by herself too. And this was her going, ew, at the people touching her. That's the picture I got of her.
But she may have just been working here, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, come on. Some of these guys, they need to get over it. If they just get touched, come on. It's not like they're getting smacked around and stuff.
I think she was just she looked like she was just working for her character.
Okay. And then here's the referee, Charles Robinson, with the women's world title. He also refereed the main event, the Kevin Owens Cody match, which we'll talk about in a minute.
I liked Corey Graves. It wasn't Corey Graves. Who the heck was the commentators? It
was Corey Graves. Corey Graves and Michael Cole.
No, but Pat McAfee came in.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's Pat McAfee and Michael Cole. Excuse me. Yeah, Pat McAfee made his return today. Excuse me.
Right. So McAfee, I think, had the line where he said that Charles Robinson pulled the ref's uniform from 1997 because he probably had the same one, right? The WCW one, right? Because that's what they used to kind of dress up as. I thought that was a good one.
That's kind of funny. Yeah, everyone wearing a bow tie today. I guess that was the thing on WWF's Saturday night's main event. But all right,
in the 80s. Yeah.
I'm gonna skip to the ending. This was I'm not gonna go over the match in detail, but clean match. No, not really any cheating that I remember. And Iyo Sky tried a moonsault, and Liv Morgan got her feet up and won the match. So a little bit of color from Liv. Looks like hard way. but
Hard way,
she is
for sure, hard way.
celebrating.
Definitely. She might have. I don't know if she broke her nose or not. She may have. It's hard to say. I didn't really read anything after the fact.
But yes, here's Liv Morgan getting her hand raised, and she won the match, and then she celebrated with her best friend and her boyfriend, Raquel and Dominique.
What a life she lives. Wait, did you just call him Dominique?
That's what Jesse Ventura called him. He said, "Boy, that Dominique sure knows how to pick the women, huh?" Which we'll mention Jesse Ventura later. I have some pictures of him.
That's cool. That's cool.
We'll get some comments about Jesse Ventura. But okay, so Liv Morgan wins the match. Okay, post-match. All right, we got an afterbirth. Not really an afterbirth because there wasn't any physical contact, but Rhea Ripley enters, so that her music hits, and Liv Morgan with a dramatic face, and they've squared off multiple times, so she doesn't have to be super scared of her, but seems like she is. And Rhea Ripley got in her face, and Liv Morgan raised the title to her face, saying, "Yeah, I'm the champion, though." So, all right, something to look forward to. Not really anything we haven't seen.
Probably something towards the Royal Rumble, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people are thinking Rhea's going to take this title back. Like, the babyface
It's a matter of time.
Especially Triple H booking lately. I don't know why. It's the complete opposite of how he used to get booked himself, where he was the bad guy and would win all that. Now all the good guys win all the time. Okay, ratings for this storyline. This I'm including the Liv Morgan Iyo match and the afterbirth of Rhea Ripley coming in. So what do we got? I got Vlad with a half thumbs up. All right, so another kind of liked it, and then me with the only an indifferent. So I don't know. I don't know how excited I am to see. I mean, Rhea and Liv, they've been doing great work together. The match itself was predictable. I don't think anyone thought Liv Morgan was going to lose that title. But okay, what do you got to say about this, Vlad? Half thumbs up. Another just kind of like it. So
the match to me, if it was just the match, it would just been indifferent. But I think obviously, not much happened with the Rhea and Liv thing, but the fact that they're obviously continuing this feud that we've all liked, and it's going places, and it's been one of the hallmarks of WWE programming for the past, whatever it's been, 5-6 months, maybe even longer. That's the only reason I even gave it, a thumbs up at all. Because the match itself, nothing really out of this world, and nothing really great. So it was what it was, and yeah, it's the Rhea Liv thing that's keeping this thing afloat.
All right, so you're saying Rhea's gonna take the title back at the Royal Rumble?
I don't think they can push it any farther at this point. I don't think they can push this towards WrestleMania. I don't see how. I think it's got to be the Rumble.
All right, well, we shall see. All right, let's move on to the next storyline we got from Saturday night's main event. Let's see what we got. Let's keep scrolling down. Gunther retains World Heavyweight title in triple threat against Damian and Finn. So when I categorize these storylines, I try to, pinpoint which overarching program they're a part of, right? And this one was a little confusing to me because although there are three of them, I think each guy has had a distinct feud with everyone there. Like Damian has a feud with Finn Balor. Damian has had a feud with Gunther, and then recently Finn Balor has started a feud with Gunther as well, and then they had three of them scuffling. So I guess that's the best I could figure out to categorize.
That's fine. That's
fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of weird, but this is how I like doing it. I like to put it together, and then maybe later on I can make like compilations of different storylines and review them like that. So let's see what we got. We got two segments. I got the replay from this past Monday. I like when WWE replay and go over stuff that just happened in case people haven't seen it. But I'm not going to go over that. I'll go over the match. So here, World Heavyweight title, triple threat match. Finn Balor versus Damian Priest versus the champion, Gunther. So let's go through what happened. And here's Finn Balor coming in, who also came in with his Judgment Day guys, but they didn't stay at the ringside with him. They went back. I don't know what... it's Finn Balor, FNBLR. Okay, so he wears a mask on the way to the ring. like an executioner's mask, I guess.
Did he always do that? I don't know, actually.
He's done different things. I think he's done that before. He also has done, what's the other Finn Balor, the one where he goes, the Demon Balor or whatever.
Demon, yeah, whatever the hell he calls that character. It's not the Finn, the Finn is someone else. But it doesn't matter. Okay.
So today he takes off the mask and he's Finn Balor. But all right, so here's Damian, here's Gunther, I guess. He also didn't want people touching him, it seemed like, but okay.
Yeah.
So the finish of the match, I think Damian looked like he was going to get the pin on Finn, and then Gunther reached in and grabbed Damian by the hair and dragged him out of the ring, and then ended up bombing him into the steel steps.
Yeah,
and
this was a good spot.
Yeah, so that basically got him out of the way for Gunther to get in the ring and powerbomb Finn, and 1, 2, 3, and Gunther remains champion. So, reviews. Again, another half thumbs up from you. So you're only kind of liking this show, Vlad. I don't know. It's not getting sparkling reviews, but also for me, an indifferent, also another predictable match, a predictable result. So
yeah, no, you're right.
Let's have some thoughts, Vlad. Go ahead.
Well, the one thing I'll say is why, if it's a no DQ match, wouldn't the Judgment Day get involved and try to help Finn, try to steal this title?
I didn't think of that. Good point. Okay.
I mean, it's a no DQ. They've already said the triple threats are basically anything goes. You could beat someone to death and it's fine. So, I mean, he has a group. Why does he even have a group if they're not going to help him win the title and he's a heel?
I don't know. Sometimes he probably feels like, you know what, I could do this on my own. This is going to be easy. You guys
Well,
stay
shit.
back. I don't know.
He's been using the group to beat up both of these guys, Gunther and Priest, for the previous Raws. But now when it's time for the match, he's like, nah, I'll do it myself. What the fuck? You're obviously not going to beat these guys yourself. What are you talking about? These are two big time guys, right? He wasn't going to, as his character as it is, was not going to beat Gunther or Damian Priest. So I thought that was kind of silly. The match was good, but again, I don't know, some things felt off about this, all the matches here. I don't know, for me. So, nothing was, again, disrespectful to the business or anything like that. The work, obviously, very solid. Gunther's involved. Never a bad Gunther match. I keep saying that every Gunther review, but I don't know, man. Nothing really blew me away in this thing. Now, I'll say this real quick. I think I'm comparing this slightly to what I think Clash of the Champions used to be for WCW and what Battle of the Belts was supposed to be in AEW, but never really ended up working out for Battle of the Belts. But I don't know, for some reason, Clash of the Champions, I remember being a little bit, and I enjoying a little bit more. Maybe I'm just, that's just nostalgia talking. But here, I don't know. I mean, obviously these were all great wrestlers involved. This wasn't just Battle of the Belts, bullshit show. These are all time, some of their big time wrestlers. But something didn't really work for this whole program for me, and that's why I only gave it
You mean the whole Saturday night's main event show? All right.
Yeah. Something was off. The whole show
I'll get some more comments about the show overall once we're done with all 5 storylines.
But it's a continuous theme throughout all of this. So this was also a match that this was just okay.
Okay, and kind of, I guess, again, predictable. So
very predictable.
Okay, all right. Well, let me move on to, I guess, the 4th storyline out of 5 from this show. What do we got next? We got Chelsea
This is actually my favorite thing that happened. Believe it or not.
Michin to become the first women's United States champion. So the program here is pretty straightforward. This has been a tournament that's been going on for the inaugural vacant women's United States championship. Whether we like the idea of it or not, it's
don't
happened.
like it at all.
But let's jump straight to the match. Chelsea Green versus Michin. So here's Chelsea coming in. She came with Piper. So unlike the other people on the show, Piper was very prominent.
Very prominent
match. Yes. So here's Michin, who I'm a fan of, and I guess here is the referee. Here's the first instance of Piper's interference. The referee had her back turned, and Piper had an attack on Michin.
Like a side slam or something, right?
Yes. So no one saw it. She got away with it. And then there was a couple more. Like I said, this was prominent in this match, but I didn't cut out all of them. but this was the last one that led to the pinfall. So I guess Piper was on the ring apron, and Michin kicked her off, and that led to a move that Chelsea, I don't know how to describe it. She was on the top rope, and somehow she kind of flipped over Michin and got into the unprettier position, the Christian move, and hit her with an unprettier. I mean, look, she gets some good airtime on that unprettier, I must say. So she got the pinfall against Michin right there. Some people call this the only unpredictable match of the night, although I considered it pretty predictable because.
Yeah, I got Chelsea.
I mean, I thought maybe there's a chance they could give it to Michin, but man, Chelsea's just work has been too good overall, and this is just a perfect spot for her. Like, she's never going to be world champion, I don't think. So the United States Championship is pretty much like the highest highlight of her life. Although, funnily enough, Michael Cole did mention that she was a former TNA Knockouts champion, which is it's always funky to me to hear them. Including TNA in the WWE show, like in their canon. It's so freaking weird, but okay, it's cool, but okay.
TNA is kind of their developmental, sort of, at this point. It's kind of somewhat, not exactly, but kind of.
Yeah, they have a good working relationship at this point, which is better for TNA than having a relationship with AEW. I mean, shit, I'd rather have a relationship
for it. Yeah, it's not even a question.
But I don't know. We shouldn't get on a TNA tangent right now. Some things did happen in TNA this week, but I will discuss that some other time.
You don't say.
Yes, but reviews for this match or this whole storyline and her winning the United States title, Chelsea Green, that is. So 2 thumbs up. A thumbs up from each of us. So 1 thumbs up from me and 1 thumbs up from Vlad. So we both like this. Comments. What did I say? She definitely deserves it. That's what I said. Been doing fantastic work since she came from TNA. Vlad, happy for Chelsea. So we're both glad for her. Been doing good work, making us laugh these past few months. So, all right. So that was a good thing. That was the first full thumbs up from Vlad. And let's move on to the last storyline of the night. The main event. It's Cody Rhodes drops Kevin Owens on a steel chair that Owens brought into the ring to retain the undisputed WWE title. So, all right, I'm going to go through that in more detail. This is the Cody Rhodes feud with Kevin Owens. And after the video package previewing it, the match started. Undisputed WWE Championship, the champion Cody Rhodes against Kevin Owens, who a lot of storylines stemming from this whole bloodline thing. Cody teamed with Roman, KO. Never forgave him for that. It's like, after all those fucking months where I helped you fight Roman, now you teamed up with him. So he never forgave him. So here's Kevin Owens coming to the ring all pissed off, waiting for Cody to come in. Here's Cody's entrance. Lillian Garcia making the ring announcements. And then this was interesting because I saw the belt. I was like, what the fuck? When did they do that? I guess it was just for this night. Yeah, the old.
Which is my favorite. Which is the best belt they've ever had, by far. Like, this is when I consider the WWE or F championship, I consider this the belt.
Yes. All right. Well, let's go into the match. I guess there was a table spot. Cody with the cutter onto the table, on the announce table. That's one picture that I snipped out. All right, here's the first ref bump. So I guess
there were a couple.
KO pushed Cody into Charles Robinson. And KO hit the stunner, so he had a pinfall on him. Crowd was chanting up to 10, counting. Charles Robinson's out. So he couldn't get up to count that. And then another referee comes in. I don't know the name of this guy. I can't
remember. They mentioned him. I can't remember him.
Yes. So he got in there and started counting for KO, but it was too late. So he got a 2 count. That was as close as he got to winning the match. All right, so Cody was going to do the Cody cutter, and I guess he bumped into the second ref. So there goes the second ref. And again, here's the ref down. And then KO went out to grab a steel chair. So he was going to use it this time, unlike last time. And then Cody countered and then hit the crossroads onto the steel chair. So he used the chair. Although, I don't know. He didn't really grab it and hit him with it. He just kind of hit his own move, and the chair happened to be on the floor. Because when I heard about it, because I didn't see what happened, but I heard Cody use the chair to win. I was like, did Cody turn heel or something? What the fuck? Okay. But he should have got disqualified if there was a referee looking. And then here comes Charles Robinson, one of the weirdest counts I've ever seen. He's still like on the floor.
He's on the floor, yeah.
But he does the count, and he counts to 3. And Cody with the win. So here's Cody celebrating, and KO's pissed off. And that's how the show goes off the air. So let's hold off on everything else we're going to talk about, Vlad. And let me go through our ratings for the match of what aired on television. So you, another half thumbs up, all right? And then I gave this one a thumbs up. I mean, I thought it was exciting. I like the ref bumps and everything. Although, yes, I mean, I don't know. I think some people considered that maybe Kevin Owens could win the title here and they could trade it back and forth or something. Yeah, I don't think it was completely out of the question. It wasn't as predictable as the other matches. But, okay, so a half thumbs up from you. So you have any comments you want to give about this before we move on to the post-show, I guess?
Yeah, I think I might have given it a full thumbs up, but like you said, the booking was too predictable this whole show for the most part, and this one really took the cake. I think if there was ever a time for Kevin Owens to win the title, or at least take it off Cody for a little bit, I mean, they could always give it back to him at like some major thing, Royal Rumble elimination. You know, I think Royal Rumble probably would have been the best one. I mean, just he doesn't have to hold it every single second until he finally loses it. Like, I know Roman held it for like 3-4 years, but they don't have to repeat that same thing again, really. So I don't know. I just didn't like the predictable booking of it. Kevin Owens has been pretty good in this feud. Specifically on SmackDown when he came out with the Stardust shirt, I thought that was hilarious. I laughed.
Yes, I did notice that. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. But overall, just it was I think a good match. Like you said, more exciting than I think the other matches. A couple of like what the hell is going to happen stuff when the refs went down both times. But at the end of the day, they go to old reliable, old faithful Cody going over. Look, I love Cody. He's one of my favorites. He's perfect champion, great in-ring technician, great on the mic, perfect look, total professional, but a guy that you want representing your company, right? But I think for like a couple months, they could take it off him and it wouldn't hurt him at all. Like, he could regain it back, especially if it's against Kevin Owens. I think Kevin Owens, I don't know. That's the way I feel about it at the very least. So I'm with you. I think they could have done something here more creatively, and they just stuck to Cody winning. But so that's why I didn't really give it a full thumbs up, just because I'm like, look, okay, the match is fine, but they could have done better, man. They could have done better overall, I think, with the booking.
All right, well, before I get some overall thoughts from the show of Saturday night's main event, excuse me. I got to enunciate better. But let me just mention that I didn't mention that Jesse Ventura was back for the show.
Yes. That does deserve some.
There was a, I don't know what to call it, a main announce table, like a separate announce table in front of the crowd, which they used to do this for these shows. Just Joe Tessitore was there. He wasn't on play-by-play, but he was there at this table with Jesse the Body. Kind of funny that Jesse Ventura is still here in WWE after all these years and Vince is gone. Like,
I think that's the only reason he's there. Yeah, right. But that's the only reason he's back is because Vince is gone. He wouldn't be there if Vince was there. So, yeah. No, I mean, Jesse Ventura is a great personality, and I'm definitely fond of his commentary in the 80s specifically. And he kind of wanted, I think he was going heel. He was doing his heel work again, as he was always.
Yeah, he said Kevin Owens got screwed, man. The referee that wasn't there to call the DQ.
Yeah, and before he was talking talking crap about Dusty and Cody. It was kind of funny. And he did pretty good, I think. He was actually the first time they've actually really had a heel broadcaster in a while. So I thought that was kind of cool. I mean, just even in terms of legendary personality in wrestling, and a lot of people know him. He was in movies. He was a governor of a state, for God's sake. So kind of cool. Kind of cool that he's back in wrestling.
Yes, and then also, like we mentioned earlier, Pat McAfee too. So he'll be back for Raw on Netflix.
I like Pat.
So.
I like Pat.
All right. So all that being said, how about? I mean, overall show. I've heard this being called the worst review I heard all day. I heard it called a glorified house show. That these are matches that would be at a house show. There was no backstage segments. There was no backstage interviews. There was no angles.
Correct.
Really, it was just matches.
Well,
so
right. Well,
what are your comments on that?
Yeah, I mean,
having a show, an angle-less show with just matches, like a AEW pay-per-view.
Well, but if you could compare it to like a PLE, isn't that usually the case? It's going to be just the matches. So I mean, I'm
well,
okay
sometimes the matches have angles at the end of the matches. Like there's some. This one didn't have any type of creative endings for these, except the Cody one.
No,
the Cody one with the steel chair and everything.
Yeah.
And then the after show, which we'll discuss separately. I want to review the whole show of what was on
as it aired,
and then discuss the after show afterwards. But okay.
Yeah, I'm
How
with
about
you.
an overall rating for the show? Like in terms of our rating system? Let me pull up our rating system. If you had to review the whole show in general, what would you give it?
I think I'd give it, your favorite wrestler, the Orange Cassidy, half thumbs up, as I did most of the...
Yeah, like you did most of the matches. Okay. So
most of the matches,
sense. Yeah, I think
that's fair.
I think
I didn't hate it.
Overall,
I mean, and I don't know if it's a glorified house show or not, just because I don't really go to the house shows, but, I mean, there were some title matches here, and would you get that on a house show? I don't know. Maybe not.
Title matches at house shows, but...
Okay. Well, then okay. Then maybe it is.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure if it's the same caliber of matches that you get at a house show,
I compare it more to what they were going for. I compare it more to Clash of the Champions, which is like a televised pay-per-view quality show type deal. That's what they were going for here. And I'm sure that's what they were going for previously in the 80s when they had I don't know, I guess they had Hogan and Andre, right? On one of the main events at one point in the 80s, the Drew Crazy rating.
They said they got $33 million for that one or something.
Yeah,
like that. Well,
that's amazing.
I'll be curious as to what the ratings end up.
Well, are they gonna get? You're gonna get $33 million.
No, but if they get like $2 million, that would be good.
That would be nice. That would be very good for them. Yes, $2 million would be good for them for the show. Yeah.
All right. So after the show, you texted me, trying to make sure that I was aware of this because I was
because I wasn't sure if you were.
Sometimes I'm not. No, it was good that you mentioned it because sometimes I'm oblivious. I don't read. Yeah. I don't go to the news, and it wouldn't.
It was just a coincidence that I saw it too. Honestly, it was a very big coincidence.
Okay, so I found a video playing everything that happened after. The main event.
After the show. It was over,
after the show. So we might as well watch it. I don't think this is copyrighted. This is just some guys.
Yeah.
Some guys.
Because they have a WWE video, but this is probably better, so you won't get taken down. Yeah, good idea.
Okay, well, let's see what happens. There is a WWE video, I guess, on their website?
There is, yeah. It's probably on YouTube now, too.
All right, so this is courtesy of Matt Kempe's YouTube.
So whoever you are, Matt, thank you.
All right, let's see what's going on. So Cody had just won the match, celebrating, kissing the floor, limping a little bit. This is a 4-minute clip, by the way. I didn't really edit it at all. We're just going to play it the way it is and comment as it goes. Oh, here comes Kevin Owens. So Kevin Owens with the attack from behind. And then the most devastating move in all of wrestling, the pile driver.
This one looked a lot better.
Package pile driver, but yeah.
Yeah. A lot better than the one he gave Orton.
Holy shit!
All right, so I guess from here I could forward a little bit. I mean, they're going to bring out paramedics and everything.
To take
Cody doesn't really go after it anymore. Kevin Owens doesn't really go after Cody anymore after that, it seems.
No, but he grabs the belt and he steps over him a couple times.
I see. All right.
Owens, wow. Wow, ladies and gentlemen.
All have noticed that something else happened afterwards.
Yes.
Let's go.
He's standing over Cody while they're trying to get him into the stretcher.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
He's being a dick.
It's the Kevin Owens
He's being a dick. All right, I'm going to skip a little bit more forward. Here they're stretchering Cody out.
What a night.
Making a big production out of this.
Where's that? Where?
Oh, and now the guy who's recording is noticing that, I guess, Kevin Owens, something's happening with KO and Triple H. They're pushing each other, and the referee's trying to keep them apart. Triple H entering the angle here. So they did shoot an angle for this, but it was after the show when it was off the air. All right. What do you think? What are your comments about them doing the best part of the show after the show?
I know they did something similar in this thing, right? When Owens attacked Cody originally, right? After teaming with Roman, he attacked him, right? And that's how this whole thing got started. So I know they've done that before, but man, but that was a pretty good show that he did that after, so that was okay. This was like a lackluster show, like it's just okay.
Yeah, this could have used that ending.
This could have used that ending for sure. A really hot ending to it would have been nice to close the show as the credits rolled. Instead, everything was on social media. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm living in the wrong time, and I know everything's now social media. We want to get it out there, viral. But man,
they also get monetized for those videos on social media, so it's not like they're just putting it out there for nothing. They get a lot of money if it's gonna get like 5 million views or some shit. So.
I understand, but to me, it would have made more sense for this to air after the show. I mean, air during the show instead of having it air after the show. I don't know. That's where I stand. I mean, it was a lackluster show. Needed a hot ending. You already had Cody win, fine. We can debate on that. But man, if Kevin Owens was going to do that, you might as well have done it on the show. And like you said, it was the best part of anything they did all night. So why not show it? That's kind of where I'm at. All
right, then. All right. Well, if you don't got anything else to say about WWE for the week, I'm going to move on to AEW, man. They're still in the title of our show, This Week in WWE and AEW.
No, let's do it. No, let's talk about it. I don't know what we're going to be talking about, but let's do it.
I see so many more and more video posts now about how AEW sucks. AEW is at the worst time of it's ever been. AEW is in trouble. AEW is going down. Like I'm not even clicking on these videos. It's just showing up on the algorithm.
Because it's like, all, yeah. It's all the same, probably. People saying the same thing.
I see very few videos about people actually praising it.
Saying positive,
I think our show is like, honestly, one of the nicest ones to AEW because I just cover it like I'm just covering it. You know what I mean? Like,
this is me having an AEW sucks thing in the back.
Yeah, but we're still, at least we fucking cover the show. Like other people, like like I cover it objectively. I just talk about the storyline.
I tried to too. I mean, that's when don't I? I mean, have I ever just said, well, you know what, Ken? I don't want to talk about this because I know it's going to suck before it even happens. I mean, or I don't want to even discuss this company.
No, right. You see, the fact that we even give them the light of day, I think, is a compliment. I think it shows that they're relevant, and I do think they're relevant. As bad as they are, I think they're a heavyweight in the wrestling community.
Yes. Or else people wouldn't care how bad they are if they weren't, right? So I agree with you in that sense.
Yeah, and then, there's still, like, even though, people don't talk about it in WWE, like, canon, like, TNA has entered WWE's canon. AEW is not quite there, but they do have something to do with it. Like, they mention it in passing. Like, Cody mentioned you were somewhere, you were doing this, you were doing that. But okay. AEW Dynamite. All right, so this was Wednesday, December 11th. I have my review post here, so we're not going to go through the whole thing. I just want to talk about it a little bit. But if you want to go through every storyline that was on Dynamite, me and Vlad and Robert reviewed it, so that's in the description below of this video. So there's a link to the Dynamite review. Man, low scores. Let me zoom in on Vlad's score. So only 1.5 thumbs up from you and 4 thumbs down. So that's a total of minus 3.5 thumbs up.
Yeah.
That's pretty gnarly. Mine not as bad. Mine is 0.5, so I gave 2.5 thumbs up and 3 thumbs downs. So I'm not gonna go over it in detail, but I do want to talk about MJF and Adam Cole. I guess that's the one storyline that I'm singling out for us to analyze. So let's see, on this review post, that's angle number 6. So let me go down. Because I'm gonna go through all of Dynamite. If you guys want, real quick.
My favorite thing. We just passed my favorite thing. Bandito, baby.
Bandito, yes. I considered making Bandito a segment on this show today, but I want to cut down on our show time. So
I get it. I get it.
Our review,
it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing that that's the only thing I like.
All right. Here I am. I'm here at storyline number 6. MJF's return fails to stop Adam Cole. So the programs involved in today's storyline, MJF is obviously feuding with Adam Cole in the Undisputed Kingdom, a long-standing feud. And then the Undisputed Kingdom, who used to be the Undisputed Era in NXT and in other promotions, they're having their dramas too in this whole MJF thing. So, all right.
Wait,
so
there's a difference between... Oh, okay, never mind. I thought there was a difference between... I know there's Undisputed Kingdom and some other group called Undisputed. I'm like, wait, is there a difference between them? But it's the same group.
No, it's the same group. They just can't use that name from WWE. But, okay, so I got 4 segments. I'm going to go through them all, and not in total detail, but just whatever pictures I got. So MJF arrived at the building. Very surprising that he's here because he hasn't been there for... I don't know, weeks or months or something.
At least a couple months, I think, or at least,
He's been sending in, videos and, pre-recorded videos that they're trying to splice into the show to make it seem like he's actually watching live remotely, but it's been awful. And Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong have been trying to carry this program, and the program today, well... Hold on. I guess I'll go through it segment for segment. So Kyle O'Reilly's facing Adam Cole for the right to face MJF. And, Kyle O'Reilly, it's hard to explain, but he doesn't want his friends messing with MJF because he believes MJF is too dangerous and MJF has already injured Roderick Strong. So he wants to face MJF instead of the other guys. I don't know. That's how he's jumped into it. So here's the match. The match is... Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly, and the winner faces MJF for the Dynamite Diamond Ring, because these two guys were the last 2 guys in a battle royal last week, so they had to face off this week. So they had their match, and here's MJF. Enter MJF into the match. Interference. So he tries to interfere. I don't really consider it interference until he actually nails somebody and touches someone to do something that gets disqualified. But he tries to punch Adam Cole over here, and I'll zoom in on it. And I don't have the video, but he takes a swing at Adam Cole, and then he misses, and Adam Cole super kicks him off the apron. And that was basically MJF's entire involvement in this. The biggest star in the company. He came in for 1 second, and he couldn't fuck Adam Cole like he tried to, and Adam Cole ends up winning. And that's that. Post-match, here's MJF pissed off that he failed. And then Taven and Bennett from the Undisputed Kingdom come and try to console Kyle O'Reilly, and they've been trying to get him on their side, but he's like, nah, I still don't want to talk to you. So he ends up getting up and walking away and leaving them. So, all right, but MJF. So that was the main focus here. Let me see what we gave this as ratings. I think even Robert the Frozen Asian gave a ratings to this. So, damn, Vlad. 2 thumbs down. Shit.
Yeah.
Me and Indifferent, I made a comment over here. I wish we got a little bit more MJF, obviously. So for not having him around for a long time, and he just came in and failed and looked kind of stupid. And Robert,
why did you give this an Indifferent? You're taking the argument why this should be at least 1 thumb down.
I mean, I pretended like if it was someone else, if it was some other character,
but it's not
doing the same stuff, I would have been indifferent about it. So I guess, yeah, that's true.
You mean if it was like I don't know, Chuck Taylor? Okay.
Yeah. If they did this storyline or if this exact angle with the ring apron and everything, and I'd have been like, all right, I don't think it was that great a spot. It was okay, not bad, but he took the kick in the face, he got nailed, and that was that. I don't know, but okay, not a good rating to me. An indifferent rating is not a good rating to me. I mean,
Yeah.
they have chance to pick up points for our ratings, and they don't. So, all right, 0 points for me and -2 points from you. So this took off points on your final score, your final Dynamite score. So, all right, let's see if you want to give some thoughts, man. 2 thumbs down. A scathing review from Vlad. Scathing review. Hated it.
I'll try to be quick because we just basically covered it. They're bringing back MJF for the first time onto the program where he's there live in the arena. They make him look like an idiot. He can't get anything done. He's just their biggest star. He's just the guy that was the most over. His return since he came back and re-signed with AEW has been one big clusterfuck of just stupidity. Some of the worst booking I've ever seen a major star have, like a guy that's like clearly the biggest star in the company. I know he might not regret because he's probably getting crazy money from AEW, but man, his stock slowly and surely is actually lowering. It's hurting his overall stock being in this company. I swear to God. I'm not joking. As much as I love him.
I don't know if I agree with you. I'll let you finish, but go ahead.
I think it is because the booking is so bad. He's made to look like an idiot, and the fact that he's allowing them to book him as an idiot, or not so much. I mean, here he looks like an idiot. The fact that he's feuding with Cole is awful enough as it is. The thing has been a disaster from the get-go. They should have never even started back up with that. Everybody knows that. He's not even been there. He's sending these videos. Obviously, I understand he doesn't want to be there. I wouldn't want to be there either, bro. To be honest, part of this, I'll just send a video a couple of minutes. Thanks, Tony. Keep paying me. But no, for real, like, come on, dude. This is no good. And to me, this is only hurting him as someone that is eventually going to go to WWE. I think once this contract runs out, if he still resigns with AEW, he's nuts. He's crazy. He's insane. This is some of the worst things.
Maybe Tony Khan will give him like a $50 million contract or some shit like that. I don't know.
All right, well, I mean, sure. In that case, yeah, he's going to be here for a long time. But I'm just saying, based on what I'm seeing as far as the creative that he's been given, it's out of this world bad. And he's one of the best talents in wrestling, but they're really hurting it. They're really hurting him, and they're yeah. I'll leave it at that. They're hurting him.
Let me comment on that. Obviously, your stock would be way higher if you left the company like Jade Cargill. Like you were the top of the division. You were on an undefeated streak. Yeah, if you're a star on the other show, they'll take you and be like, damn, yeah, of course, we took the biggest star. The fact that he's not that high on the card, I don't think it takes away from his talent level. Like his talent level.
You don't think MJF is basically the best overall wrestler in AEW?
He is, but I don't think that changes just because he's not in the top storylines or he's getting
right. But that doesn't matter. I mean, I don't think that matters. That's just the stuff they're putting him into. They don't want to put him anywhere near this Death Rider nonsense. Thank God. At least not yet. Oh boy, I shouldn't have said that out loud. But anyways, yeah. I don't know. I think obviously WWE wants this guy eventually. They would want as a guy that they could mold into and whatever, and because they know that he has the ability, the talent. He's perfect, in every level. He's a great wrestler. Great in the ring, amazing on the mic. Him and Cody could be something as a feud that would be tremendous, I'm sure. I know they already had something in AEW, but I mean, it could be done right, in WWE is what I'm saying. So I'm just saying, I know he's not booked very high right now because he's not even appearing in these shows that often. He's usually like the first or second match because he doesn't want any stink on him, as Cornette would say. But yeah, no, I don't. I don't see how this is helping him overall, and at all.
Well,
like going forward.
I think they're trying to kill time with him until his contract runs up, which is weird because he just started.
Why would they want it?
MJF has to kill 3 years somehow and not have his character completely killed by the end. Basically, he's just trying to get by.
It's getting lower and lower every week, I feel.
Yeah, he's trying to get by and not really get his character completely fucked, and then eventually he can leave, I guess. But he took the big payday this time. He's gonna stick around, and I think he's trying to hold on. He's trying to hang on and not get much dirt on him, like you said. But this Adam Cole thing, I think it's gonna end at World's End, obviously.
Well, and what is he gonna have to job to Adam Cole now too, or what does he have to do in this thing? How does this thing even end? Does he win? Does he lose? He's the heel, so does he lose? I don't even know what kind of booking you could do at this point for this crapola.
I don't think. I think the only thing people care about is that whatever happens, they just move on from this.
Yes, I understand, but don't you think it would hurt him if he lost the match to Cole?
We don't care. It doesn't hurt anybody. We just want this to be over.
I agree, but both things can be true. Like, yes, we want this to be over, but if he also takes the loss on top of it, isn't that like just the final nail in the coffin of this whole thing? I don't know. If he takes a loss, I think it's just a disaster. But I also don't know how he can actually also win based on how they've booked this thing. So I don't know. All right, I'll leave it at that. But this is bad. This is bad across the board. That's why I gave it 2 thumbs down, because I hate this. I hate this from Jeff, and I hate this whole thing.
All right, well, let me move on then. I got one more storyline from a single episode storyline from Dynamite. So this was angle number 11 in our review post. If you guys want to go check that out, it's in the description. A link to it is in the description below. So I'm going to go down to storyline number 11 as we skip through all of AEW Dynamite real quick. All right, so here we are. It's Mariah May beats Mina Shirakawa to retain the world title, and Toni Storm returns. So what programs are involved in this? Okay, so Mariah May and Mina Shirakawa obviously have a long-standing saga. Mariah May, Toni Storm has returned, so obviously that includes Mariah May and Toni Storm, and then the 3 of them together. Although I guess they didn't really have any moment where they all 3 of them really, but there was a love triangle between Mariah May and Toni Storm and Mina.
Yes, as they had previously all kissed or something, right? Show, right?
But I don't know if I really should include
like a little smooch.
I don't know if Mina's going to be involved in this, so maybe I'll take this off. I'll erase this as time goes on. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think she will be going forward.
Okay, but regardless, this is Toni Storm's big return. But let me go through a couple of pictures from the world title match, the AEW Women's World Title match. So I was kind of excited for this. I like Mina. Mariah May, I'm not as excited for, but
Yeah, I'm not.
I mean, I thought this was going to be a fantastic match because, dude, when you listen to the Wrestling Observer Radio, for years, all I heard from Dave Meltzer was like, well, the best promotion I think is actually Stardom. When you think about Mina Shirakawa, and I've heard these names and I've heard of these people for a long time. I'm like, all right, Mina Shirakawa versus Mariah. I'm like, this is gonna be a good match. Put out all the stops, let's do it. But honestly, I thought there would be more. I thought there would be more fire in this match. Honestly, I thought it would be more intense, especially considering the betrayal and everything. I didn't think there was enough.
That's true.
Spark in it, I think it was just
there wasn't enough juice.
Yeah, it felt kind of like a normal match to me, so I wasn't really super inspired by it. Here's Thunder Rosa. She was in the crowd because supposedly she's next in line, from what it seems on the storylines on.
I'm not sure how she got next in line, but okay, yes.
Collision.
I did realize.
You gotta watch Collision, baby.
I do know that she's going to be fighting Mariah May at World's End for the title. That much I got. In some sort of disqualification Tijuana death match or some shit. What the hell did you say they're gonna be doing?
I don't even fucking know, honestly. I skipped through Collision, but I didn't really hear that exactly. But anyways.
She said that. Yeah, she said
okay.
That.
All right. But for this match, Mariah May won the match. I think it was a pile driver. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I remember that correctly, but okay. Yeah. So Mariah May with the win. Post-match, enter Toni Storm, dressed up as the old Toni Storm.
Yeah, so, not the aging
timeless
star,
Toni Storm.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a bit of a surprise to me. I mentioned in my comments on our post that because I heard news that Toni Storm retired, and I was like,
that's nonsense.
I don't see why not. These girls are millionaires now. Why would you, if you have millions of dollars, why would you want to wrestle forever, dude? It's painful on the body. I believed it. I believed that she retired. So they got me. They swerved my ass. But she returned. Timeless Toni Storm retired, and Toni Storm is back. So, okay. And here's a picture of Thunder Rosa saying, what the fuck on her sign. So they had her out there with signs. Kind of amusing, but okay. Reviews.
Who is
I
she?
got-
Lodi?
That's some reference, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
reviews.
a real wrestling reference right there.
Ravens flock. All right, so this is
Yeah.
our last angle of our day before we move on to honorable mentions. Not too much in today's show. I wanted to make it a quick show, but okay. So half thumbs up from Vlad, half thumbs up from me. I didn't think it was that earth-shattering, groundbreaking. It was a
at all.
surprise to see Toni Storm come back, but I wasn't too surprised. You know what I mean? And then Robert the Frozen Asian, thumbs up. Knowing him, it was probably just because of the girls involved looking good or something. But
Yes,
okay.
I would assume so.
My comments. My comments is basically what I just said. Everything I just said. Okay. So, do you have any extra comments you want to make about Toni Storm's return or the match in general? Whatever you think. You have the floor.
I think I don't care about the match. Toni Storm coming back was cool. I think that's the only reason to give it a half thumbs up. I think Toni Storm is the best women's wrestler in AEW by far. But I think now that she's back to her original gimmick, I think it's better. I think that timeless stuff played itself out. Like, they just went too crazy with it, and then it just kind of got a little too ridiculous. But she's really good. She's a good in-ring worker, and has the best understanding of, like, character and whatnot. So I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, obviously she's going to feud with Mariah well, I guess it won't be this, because I guess it'll have to be into next year. So it'll start next year, because she's not getting a title shot at World's End. You know that. So it'll be something next year. But I'm happy that she's back. I'm happy that she's returned, and she's probably the one bright star in the women's division, as far as I could tell. So, yeah.
Well,
Cool.
let me get your comment on one thing in particular that has made news. Is that I heard through the grapevine that a lot of the local or the wrestlers in AEW, the women's on the roster, were perplexed as to why Toni Storm's return match came on Rampage on Friday night. So this was Wednesday, and this past Friday she fought on Rampage, the biggest star against Harley Cameron.
Did she fight on Collision too?
And she fought on Collision too against the local talent. So I forgot what the name of the local talent's girl was, but she fought against Harley Cameron on Friday, and then local talent on Saturday. Big return of Toni Storm. And then, so I think I heard through the grapevine, I can't give a source exactly, but that a lot of wrestlers were like, why would you do that if this was like such a big star coming back? You know,
a lot of AEW wrestlers are just like, or no?
AEW wrestlers. No, AEW wrestlers. AEW wrestlers, like, this is getting, like, fed through the grapevine that insiders are hearing that AEW wrestlers are perplexed at Tony Khan's, like, just booking style. Like, why would you put... Last week, Rampage got 125,000 viewers, which is basically like TNA Impact level.
Sure.
But they're on TNT. And you're putting Toni Storm on that show where no one's going to watch after she's just come back, you know. So do you have any comments on how Tony Khan books?
Dude, I can write it. I need to write. That's like, I need to be sitting at a therapist's office with him and Sigmund Freud to understand this type of booking. No, look, I think he doesn't really. I think the thing is, for him, he used to book out of a chat room where he wrote stuff down as a fantasy booker, and to him, it's all just a game. Like, he doesn't understand. Like, you can't just use your best wrestlers and put them in these shows that nobody watches as their return matches, you know. I mean, that's not the way it's done. I mean, unless you really have no plans for Toni Storm and you just want to get her some wins for now, that's fine. It seems like they don't really have a specific plan for her going for the next couple of weeks, because she's not going to fight Mariah. We already know that Thunder Rosa is. So what is she going to be doing? I guess she might as well just...
She's going to be fighting on Rampage and Collision.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying she might as well just wrestle the local girls, the local job girls that they found from wherever the hell they were on Collision. No, I don't understand. You know what I mean? And there's no explanation for it, and I don't understand the thinking. Like I said, I need a therapist just to deal with Tony Khan.
Could it be possible that last week he saw the abysmal ratings from Rampage, 125,000, and he's like, you know what? I need a boost. I need to put something on there that people are going to care about. You know, maybe people were hearing, oh, Tony Storm's going to fight on Rampage.
Yeah.
Let's see what the ratings are. Maybe it's going to, boost up the ratings for Rampage, Tony Storm.
Come on, bro. I mean, okay, maybe it will be more than 125, but I mean, it's not going to be. What did they usually get? 200,000? I mean, what's the usual number? I don't even know for that show anymore. But the point is, like, if he really cared about Rampage, he would have cared about it a while back and actually tried to make it a show. Now isn't Rampage going away though? Like, isn't that the one show that's actually also disappearing?
I think from what I'm hearing, it's the end of the year. It's gone.
Yeah. So what does it matter?
Well, you got to go out with a bang, baby.
I mean, we're talking about like what they're going to do for Rampage. Rampage is going away at the start of the year, so who cares? That's even more nonsensical. That's even more nonsensical.
They don't want to end the show at 125,000 viewers. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, you're right. They're going to end it. They're going to end it with a lower number. Just watch. Just wait for the next couple of weeks. They're going to end it with like 100,000. That's my prediction.
All right. Let me move on. That's the end of the show. Okay, we've done 8 storylines, 5 from Saturday night's main event, and then 5 from Saturday night's main event, the 1 from after Saturday night's main event, and then 2 from Dynamite. Okay. Yep. So I have some honorable mentions. Okay. So a couple
let's do it.
that I'll mention. I want to get NXT on the show. I know Robert's not here, but I'll still mention it and give you a head.
This is not my forte, but I'll give it a whirl.
I think you like hearing about what's going on there sometimes, though. You don't mind just knowing
I don't mind
about it.
At all. No,
all right, so let me go to my NXT review tab. So this is from Tuesday the 10th. I did a whole review. Me and Robert did, so if you guys are interested in that. And I'm going to give a special honorable mention to Ethan Page. So he has lost his confidence too, much like Gunther, because he hasn't been winning. Like he got off to a hot start in NXT, but
he was the champion.
And on this night, this was he lost the Iron Survivor match on the previous Saturday. He was fucking getting all depressed in the locker room, and Tony D'Angelo came out of nowhere and offered him a title shot, a North American title shot. And Ethan Page took it because he's like, man, if I can't even win the North American title, then I really suck. This is not really great. And then his picture, it's not really HD, but you got to see like his face when he was waiting for the match to start and him doubting himself. Like, it's fucking hilarious, dude. It made me laugh so much. And then here's him after the match when he's getting interviewed in the parking lot. Like, he's just like, I've lost it, man. He basically said, I'm lost and ashamed, was his quote. So, good stuff from Ethan Page. I'm just giving him a shout out there. No clips. But my next honorable mention also comes from NXT, storyline number 10 on my review. So let me go down further. And for this one, I might have a little watch along. And this is the Trick Williams and Femi stuff, which also includes Eddie Thorpe. But I mean, the Eddie Thorpe stuff has been hilarious because I don't know if you know this, Vlad, but they've been trying to get Eddie Thorpe over. And every single podcaster that I've fucking listened to has been like,
it sucks?
Dude, good luck getting this fucking guy over. So him and Femi and Trick Williams were talking, and Eddie Thorpe came out of nowhere. He's like, hey, man, I was supposed to be in that Iron Survivor match. And, he accused Femi of attacking him.
So let me just get this straight. These two muscular, good-looking athletes are having a stare down the back and forth.
Conversation, yes.
A conversation, basically setting up the next feud for Trick Williams for the title.
For the NXT title, yeah.
Right, for the NXT title. And then this short, pasty, not athletic looking
yes,
guy comes out.
Exactly. No, but apparently this guy, like, has trained in like kung fu dojos or some shit like that. I don't know.
All right, well, okay. So then he's okay. I can't say anything about that because I don't know. I guess if he's a badass like that, if you're saying, but just by the looks of it, I don't see it obviously. And I look at Trick Williams and Femi, and these guys look like real athletes and look like two guys that will kick your ass. So I don't know. I'm I'm a little confused as well.
Well,
I would be confused.
I might-
as well.
I might play
why
a
they would
little-
be throwing this guy in? What when they have these two legit guys there?
Well, Shawn Michaels must think something of him because he gave him a big rub the other day. But anyway,
Yes,
let me
yes,
play.
yes,
let me
yes.
play some of this for you, just a minute of it.
Yeah.
Actually,
Let me hear
it was a good exchange from Femi and Trick Williams. So let me
Yeah.
put this in watch along mode. I got to put it in the corner over here. I can't really play it full screen, but if you want to
Yeah.
zoom in, you could use your fingers just like that to zoom in, and
just like that.
just like that. You see that? All right. Well, let me play this for Vlad because Vlad hasn't seen this yet. So
No.
this is Trick Williams and Femi, and I guess what's his name is in there too, Eddie Thorpe.
Music! Cut that music! This ain't
Eddie
happening
Thorpe
now.
coming in. Hold on, that's not what I'm trying to play. Let me move it up. Let me move it up a little bit. And this is after he accused Femi of attacking him. And Femi asked him, "Did you see me attack you?" And Eddie Thorpe just said, "No, based on the amount of force I got hit with, it must have been you." Because it says he got hit hard. But anyways, so here's what Femi has to say.
Thank you for the compliments. I'm done wasting my time with you. Now, Trick!
Over, I listen to you talk, now I need for you to listen to me. Because I've been where you've been. The highs and the lows, I felt that. The Iron Survivor Challenge, I won that. And I know everyone here has been waiting to see you and me go head to head.
Yeah, because they were both at the top of the men's division. Trick was the NXT champion, and Femi was the North American champion for a
Yeah.
while. So
This looks like something. This would be a feud that if I was watching NXT, I'd be interested in.
Los Angeles, the city of angels, the city of stars, the two biggest stars NXT has to offer, Trick Williams and Femi, will collide for New Year's Evil. That sound good, don't it? You and me ain't never really talked, but I'm glad you're here. You see, because the legacy of a title run isn't defined by how long you hold a title. It's defined by who you defeat while you carry it.
Trick, you're talking all this noise about being champion. But here's the truth, because I don't think anybody has ever hit you with some truth. The only reason that you have been the number one guy around here is because I let you be the number one guy around here. As a matter of fact, the only reason there's ever been a Whoop That Trick era was because I allowed there to be a Whoop That Trick era.
that's not bad. That's not bad.
And the truth is this, I've always known this, that whenever I was ready, I would take that easily. And at New Year's Evil, it seems we have a date with destiny, don't we? Femi versus Trick Williams for the NXT Championship. I promise you, I swear to you, the beginning of 2025 will be the end of your era.
All right, there you go. That's all I'm gonna play. A little snippet from NXT, Vlad.
So what is it? Does he just stay in the this little pipsqueak just stands in the background the whole time?
Eddie Thorpe.
these
Yeah,
two-
I know. It is a little
while these-
awkward. Yes.
so the angle is still between these two guys, but then they're trying to get this guy over. I'm starting to agree with the people. They're saying, "Good luck, man. This guy, it ain't gonna happen anytime this century." But
Well,
all right.
I mean, he is gonna face Trick Williams next week, but okay.
No, yeah. But he's probably going to obviously lose. So what difference is that? I mean, he's not going to win anything. So it's for the title? He's facing him for the title?
No. He's facing him just because he doesn't feel he's a good representative of NXT, man. And Eddie Thorpe keeps getting screwed left and right, and the NXT champion doesn't care about how NXT
Where
is
did
being
this guy
run.
come from? Has he been in NXT for a while now? This Eddie Thorpe character?
Not too long. Honestly, he's just kind of getting started, so no, not too long. I mean, I've only been watching for a few months, but I've been watching since like June. But no. But anyways,
well, okay, got it. Enough said. I don't think we need to talk that much more about Eddie Thorpe. That's fine.
No, definitely not. But all right, I was gonna mention something from SmackDown on my last honorable mention, but I was catching Collision a few minutes ago before we started this show because I was just trying to like get through everything for the week, and I saw a couple of things that freaking caught my eye that were really weird.
Yeah.
So I gotta get some
Opinion.
opinion on this shit. Yeah, hold on one second.
Please.
Let me pull up my Collision thing. So, all right. So Mark Briscoe. I don't have any clips from this match, but he got a win over Kyle Fletcher in the fucking Continental Classic tournament. What the fuck is up with that, dude? I mean, is that fucking weird to you or what? I mean, I know there's Tony Khan weird booking, but Kyle Fletcher, who just beat Will Ospreay, I thought he was going to win the Continental Classic, and then here he is taking a clean loss.
Yeah, but he still could win the Classic. I mean, he
could still win, but come on, dude. Maybe a time limit draw, because this almost went 20 minutes. Give Mark Briscoe a point.
He won the last, right at the last minute. That's what I remember.
But Kyle, that's egregious booking to me.
Well, I think what he's trying to show with this thing is that like all these guys are, for the most part, equal, and anybody could win this thing, and that's why, like, it always comes down.
You don't want to do that with Kyle Fletcher, dude. After you've worked so hard to build him up, like, taking a clean loss. Clean losses matter, man. I know. This is my argument, my worst argument about AEW. Clean losses matter. Don't bury people. But all right.
But I mean, he's already. I don't know. I don't think this completely.
Maybe it doesn't bury him because it's on Collision and nobody's going to see it. So
that's true too.
Okay,
that's a good point. That's a good point too. But no, I don't think that was as like outrageous as some of the other stuff that Tony has done. So, but yeah.
All right, last thing. Death Riders. They kidnapped FTR. So that was the conclusion of the show. I mean, of Collision.
Well, yeah, it was weird because on Dynamite, I believe FTR said they were going to call them out for a fight on Collision, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, that never happened until the very last fucking minute of the show when FTR was leaving. Walking. Yeah, they were leaving. I guess
they were never going to do shit. They were never going to even call them out.
Yeah,
they were just going to leave.
Here's FTR just fucking walking down to the end. Like, why was FTR even there? They didn't even do anything on the show. And then they got ambushed by Death Riders, and that's that. Yeah. All right. That's the end of the show, Vlad. That's the last thing I had to say. That was also very weird and strange.
Well, it was weird the way they did it because they put bags over their heads, and and then what were they planning to do with them? It was not just a beatdown, right? They were going to drive them off somewhere, or it was just a beat. I don't know. I don't know what they were planning to do. Why did they need to put bags over their heads like that? You know.
I mean, I assume they're gonna take them somewhere and.
So right, that's what I assume too.
Torture them. Or something.
There's been plenty of tortures in AEW. I mean, the torture is watching the shows. Honestly, that's the true torture. But yeah, I don't know, bro. Yeah, this whole Death Rider.
We wish there was a little more logical sense to these type of things, but a little bit better. Like I don't know. Like
it was just a bit better.
Yeah, I mean, this should have happened in the ring. If they called their ass out on Dynamite, they should have went to the ring and be like, all right, well, we called your ass out. You guys coming out here or what? And then have the thing. What the fuck was this?
They just want people not to remember anything and just show random stuff. I don't know, bro. I don't know what to tell you, but I still say the only one that's really getting over in this whole thing is Maria Shafir. She's the one that's going to be made to look like a superstar. They're going to soon have no choice but to put the title on.
All right.
I'm telling
Vlad, with that being said, that'll conclude this episode of This Week in WWE and AEW. Okay, I mean, there was other news in wrestling. Tessa Blanchard has returned to TNA.
Yes, I saw
But I have a whole separate TNA show I do, so I don't really know if I should discuss that here or wait till I get there. But I don't know. Did
you want to make at least any comments on that? Any quick comments on just Tessa Blanchard coming back to American wrestling? North American
No,
wrestling?
I really don't want to make comments about controversial
'Cause you
things. It's
No,
hard.
it's her. Is it really? Is it controversial that she's back in overall? Just that
It
she's back
definitely
in
is very controversial. I think a lot of people have been kind of rekindling everything that happened, reminding everyone why she had a controversy ever since she came back, which was on Friday at Final Resolution. And
Well, I don't know a lot about it, but I do remember a few things, specifically other women wrestlers talking about how she just mistreated a lot of the other women wrestlers.
yes. She was a bad woman. Okay, and
Specifically, I remember Chelsea Green mentioned
Chelsea
something.
Green, Isla Dawn.
Mhm.
I can't remember many others, but yeah, there's a lot of examples. But
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I don't think you have to like someone to work with them
no.
in wrestling or anywhere, really. And I think she could make you money, and that's all I really care about. But although that's, I don't know, a lot of people actually do care about the personal stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to get along. You want to somewhat at least get along with people you work with, like coworkers, right? But it's not always a prerequisite. It doesn't always happen that way. Some people are not going to see eye to eye or get along and whatever have you. So it is what it is on that front. I don't know the full story of everything that she's done or what the truth behind it, but I have been told that she is a talent and she has star potential. Right? Would you agree with that, Karen? That she has star potential?
Oh, people said before the controversy started, she was tapped to be going to WWE and to main event WrestleMania against Charlotte Flair, like two of the Four Horsemen, two of the children of the Four Horsemen. They were going to, but she was that good, and she was the Impact World Champion. They made her the World Champion.
Yeah, I remember that, right? Oh my god,
which was fine, right. I guess, but
I don't know. That's a questionable thing. That's a TNA thing. I think TNA was just trying to be controversial there.
I mean, her work was fine, and the match with Sami Callihan was a good match, in my opinion. But regardless of that, the only reason she's back, really, is because TNA is losing Speedball Mike Bailey, Jordan Grace, and probably Josh Alexander sometime soon. And they're going really well.
Where, to WWE, or where are these people going?
I don't know where they're going. I think Mike Bailey's going to AEW, from what I heard. Jordan Grace is going to NXT, and Josh Alexander, I don't know where he's going. So
is Josh Alexander the guy that wears the old wrestling?
Yes, that looks like a wrestler, an amateur wrestler, or whatever.
Amateur wrestler, yeah. Him I've heard of as well. I heard he's okay. He's not bad.
Oh, he's really good. And those are three solid fucking wrestlers they're losing. So they need somebody. And I think that's probably the reason why they went back to Tessa Blanchard. So that's all I know.
Okay,
anyways,
interesting.
That's your little dose of TNA. But I do cover TNA on a separate show here on this channel, This Week in TNA. So there's a playlist for that if you want to go to that. Every week I try to review Impact. By myself, of course. No one's going to do that.
No one would dare. No one would want to. There's the unfortunate problem of it.
Okay, let me do some plugs before we get out of here. Subscribe, obviously, the YouTube.
Yes.
Any storyline from an episode of any of the American wrestling shows that we don't get to on this show, we don't have time for. Go to our YouTube posts. And we will cover all of them, okay, in our posts. So there's that, and then also I'm missing something. What else am I missing, Vlad? The TNA show, the posts, subscribe to our YouTube. I think that's pretty much it.
I think that's it, man. We just
latest videos. Yes, go to our latest videos. Also, if you want clips from the show, from this podcast, I try to post. The clips of basically, for example, last week's Raw, anything that I reviewed from that, I'll try to post that before the next Raw. So look for that on our latest videos. So that's how I do it. All right, and that'll do it for this week in WWE and AEW. Thank you to Vlad, the wrestling expert, for being on. I appreciate it.
Great.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll pull some subscribers, see what happens. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. We want to see what happens when that happens. So make sure you do that and help us out. And, come on. It's free content here, man. You know,
Free
anytime
wrestling
you're at
content.
work or on a drive home and need something to listen to, you know, so you don't get stuck in your own thoughts or think about the world and society and money. Just put on the Malapert Smart podcast, man. Just listen to us talk about wrestling because that's
Yeah.
my happy place, honestly. And I'm really liking it. Honestly, I'm not getting bored of the wrestling. I'm struggling to keep up with all of it. It's kind of hard, but it's not like I'm bored of it or it makes me mad to watch it. I still.
Well, you're
am
the
happy
most
to watch it.
hardworking person because you're watching every show.
Yeah.
As you
Oh, I
said,
forgot
in
to
America.
mention that. Yes, I watch every freaking show, dude.
Yeah.
Raw, NXT, Dynamite, TNA Impact, Ring of Honor on Honor Club, Smackdown, NXT Level Up, AEW Rampage, AEW Collision, and any pay-per-view or PLE from any of
Wait
the
a
three
second.
major companies.
One thing caught my eye. What is NXT Level Up? Where the hell is that? Where does that even air? Where do you even find that?
I think that airs on the WWE network, I think. But
Oh,
so
it's a European one or something? It's in Europe?
no,
Where the
it's
hell are they?
yeah, it's on the I don't know where the WWE network is, but yes, I think
It must be. I think it's only in Europe. If I'm
yeah,
not
it's a
mistaken.
half-an-hour show. It's basically like NXT's like developmental. People who couldn't even get on NXT, so like
wow.
they just have matches and stuff
And where are they wrestling out of?
at
is it all in
the
the-
Performance
at the
Center. It looks
Performance
just
Center.
like an NXT show. Yeah,
Gotcha.
So-
Gotcha.
yeah, that's
So it's like
interesting.
it's basically a dark NXT match.
Yeah, they try to do some storylines too, believe it or not. So, if you want my reviews of NXT Level Up, go to our review post and find that.
I was
on
about
there.
to say, no, I don't.
I mean, hey, if you're hardcore interested in like the developmental of younger wrestlers, and we cover all that
Yeah.
too. So
That's
I
true.
like that aspect of wrestling. All right, but that'll do it for the week, man. We got to get out of here. People
Let's get out
are
of here,
busy,
bro.
man. So, all right, thank you for being on, Vlad. We'll see you next week.
Turn on the lights, feel the beat. Press and tails can't be beat. Join the crew, take your seat. Welcome to the wrestle heat. Now the first smart, time to fly. Stories don't catch your eye. Talking champs till we die. The smarks always high. Fletcher myths always say. Heroes rise to and sway. In the ring night and day. Wrestling talk, come and stay. Now the birds fly, time to fly. Stories don't catch your eye. Talking champs till we die. With the smarks always high. Cheer, all the news you wanna hear. Wealth and fame always near. With the crew, have no fear. Now the birds smart, time to fly. Stories don't catch your eye. Talking champs till we die. With the smarks always high. Catch your eye. Talking champs till we die. With the smarks always high.